The people of America have spoken, and they're saying they want 4 more years of douchebag.
Broadcasting to the universe. From the top of Mount Wack. Live with no pants. Here's Zach DeWack.
Greetings, red-blooded, verified Earth people, and those with no check mark. It's me, the always dapper podcast babbler, your daddy O-Cog blog from the radio, and the monkey on the mic here running that semi-professionally trained tongue of mine. I am Zachary Ernesto Wackalina III. Good morning, beautiful people, and welcome to those of you in Cumming, Georgia, Boise, Idaho, and all around the world. This is the often secluded, never diluted, always wacky, never tacky, hot rockin' flame-throwing DeWack in the Morning Show. Live from the low-rent, sleazy, and measly Ramen Jam and Nut Hut studios here at the DeWack Shack Podcasting Megaplex at Peachtree Industrial in FEMA Region Number 4, somewhere on the outskirts of Atlanta, Georgia. Live out of Studio G again. Last time I checked, today is Friday, May 23rd, 2025.
It's 6 a.m. and daylight breaks somewhere in the air. So grab your clothes and blow your nose, put on clean underwear. With Zach DeWack from his Whack Shack with all kinds of dumb. Here to start your day, his Whack Wake. Grab your breakfast sticky buns. Wired up and fired up, grab your coffee to go. Get in your car and turn this podcast on, put down your phone. So get out of bed and move your butt and kick it in high gear. We're moving on, turn the volume up so everyone can hear. Every morning you should go to ZachDeWack.com. Stand up proud and say it loud, I whack in my car.
Let's look at that birthday list. Ryan Coogler, a director and from Black Panther, he's 39. Kyla Jade from The Voice. In 2018, she was in 3rd place. She's 41. Tim Robinson, a comedian from Saturday Night Live, and I Think You Should Leave. He's 44. Kelly Monaco, an actress from General Hospital. She's 49. LaMonica Garrett from 1883, and the Terminal List is 50. Ken Jennings, the former Jeopardy champion and host, is 51. Singer-songwriter Jewel is 51 as well. Maxwell, an R&B singer, is 52. Matt Flynn from Maroon 5 is 55. Phil Selway from Radiohead is 58. H. John Benjamin, a voice actor from Archer and Bob's Burgers, is 59. Melissa McBride from The Walking Dead, she's 60. Karen Duffy, a model, actress, writer, MTV VJ from Dumb and Dumber, she's 63. Lyndon Ashby from Mortal Kombat and Teen Wolf is 65. Comedian Drew Carey from The Price is Right is 67. And Joan Collins, an actress from Dynasty, is 92 years young today. And also born on this day, Robert Moog, born in 1935. He was the inventor of the Moog synthesizer. Competitive eater Matt Stoney has a birthday tomorrow.
Back near the wall! It's out of here! Bartolo has done it! The impossible has happened!
Baseball legend Bartolo Colon celebrates tomorrow as well. And to whack in the morning, friend Gail Garner celebrates her birthday too.
Happy birthday!
And notables that passed away on this day. Roger Moore passed in 2017. He replaced Sean Connery as James Bond in 1973. Wrestler Owen Hart died in 1999. And entrepreneur John D. Rockefeller passed away on this day in 1937. Let's look at entertainment from past. The Shining released this day in 1980.
You slip me a bottle of bourbon, a little glass, and some ice. You can do that, can't you, Lloyd? You're not too busy, are you?
No, sir. I'm not busy at all.
Good man. You set him up and I'll knock him back, Lloyd. One by one.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom released in 1984.
Fortune and glory, kid. Fortune and glory.
The Lost World Jurassic Park released in 1997.
Now it's only a matter of time before this lost world
is found.
And Meg Ryan and Matthew Broderick starred in Addicted to Love, also in 1997.
Come on, I'm penniless, hopeless, loveless.
That's my kiss.
Help me get him, Sam.
I'll do whatever you want.
How much to put lipstick on the monkey?
Releasing in 2003 is Bruce Almighty.
I bet you're wondering why you're here. I brought you here to offer you a job.
Who are you?
Bruce, I'm God.
Chip and Joanna Gaines' Fixer Upper premiered this day in 2013.
And then there was this like mountain in the bathroom that looked to me like termites. Could be significant, could be nothing. A little mound of stuff.
I can't wait to see the mound. Wow. Well, that is a mound.
I told you.
And also releasing in 2013, The Hangover Part 3.
My God. He's got the voice of an angel. It's breathtaking.
And Blended, one of 3 Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore movies released in 2014.
My name is Jim.
I'm Lauren.
Got you buffalo shrimp with a sauce on the side.
Who makes sauces on?
Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning and Lilo and Stitch are out today. Here's this day in music. On this day in 1964, Ella Fitzgerald became the first artist to have a hit with a Beatles cover when her version of Can't Buy Me Love entered the UK chart.
Can't buy me love. Can't buy me love.
In 1970, the Beatles' 12th and final studio album, Let It Be, started a 3-week run at #1 on the UK chart, featuring The Long and Winding Road, Across the Universe, and the title track. In 1973, Jefferson Airplane were prevented from giving a free concert in Golden Gate Park when San Francisco authorities passed a resolution banning electronic instruments. The group later wrote We Built This City about the band. In 1979, due to a record company dispute, Tom Petty was forced to file for bankruptcy, owing $575,000. A long-running battle with his record company followed. Judas Priest, Breaking the Law, released in 1980. In 1982, the UK Musicians Union moved a resolution to ban synthesizers and drum machines from sessions and live concerts, fearing that their use would put musicians out of work. In 1991, photographer Michael Levine took what would be the publicity shots for Nirvana's Nevermind album at J. Aaron Studios in Los Angeles. The idea for the front cover shot of the baby swimming was taken after Kurt Cobain and Dave Grohl saw a TV documentary on water babies and was taken by Kurt Weddle. Several babies were used. 5-month-old Spencer Eldon's photo came out best. In 1992, a statement issued by Freddie Mercury's attorneys stated that Mercury had bequeathed the majority of his estate, about $17 million, to his longtime friend Mary Austin. The Rembrandts, I'll Be There For You, released in 1995. In 2000, Noel Gallagher walked out on his band Oasis during a European tour. The move was put down to a series of burst-ups with his brother Liam. The band drafted a replacement guitarist, Matt Dayton, for the rest of the European dates. Also, in 2000, Eminem released his 3rd studio album, the Marshall Mathers LP. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, staying atop for 8 consecutive weeks, and went on to sell over 25 million copies worldwide. The album is one of the most groundbreaking and controversial albums in history of American music. The Marshall Mathers LP has been named on several lists of the greatest albums of all time and is widely regarded as Eminem's best album. On this day in 2010, the Rolling Stones scored their first UK #1 album in 16 years with the re-release of their classic 1972 double LP, Exile on Main Street. The album, which was first released in 1972, had been reissued with previously unheard tracks. Their last #1 album was 1994's Voodoo Lounge. In 2014, the parents of a camera assistant who was killed after being hit by a train while shooting footage for a biopic about Greg Allman were suing the musician and the film's producers. The case claimed filmmakers selected an unreasonably dangerous site for the filming location and failed to take actions to adequately protect the crew. In 2019, Richard Ashcroft regained the rights to his song Bittersweet Symphony after more than 2 decades. The Verve singer lost the rights to his most recognizable song, which ended up in the possession of the Rolling Stones, Sir Mick Jagger, and Keith Richards. Released in 1997 on the Urban Hymns, the track sampled the Rolling Stones song The Last Time, using a composition by Andrew Oldham, and became the center of lawsuits which saw Ashcroft stripped of the rights and royalties. In 2024, Sir Paul McCartney affectionately mocked Bruce Springsteen as he presented him with a prestigious prize at the Ivor Novello Awards. Springsteen was in London, England to receive the ceremony's highest honor, a fellowship of the Songwriting Academy. He was the first international star to receive the award, and Sir Paul said he couldn't think of a more fitting recipient, except maybe Bob Dylan, or Paul Simon, or Billy Joel, or Beyonce, or Taylor Swift, he added. The list goes on. He's known as the American working man, Sir Paul continued, but he admits he's never worked a day in his life.
It happened on this day as if you care.
Let's look at today in history. In 1877, Grace Ingalls was born in Burr Oak, Iowa. 6 months later, the Ingalls family returned to Walnut Grove, Minnesota. Grace's sister, Laura, made the Ingalls famous with her Little House book series. In 1929, the first talking cartoon of Mickey Mouse, The Carnival Kid, was released. In 1934, bank robbers Bonnie and Clyde were ambushed by police and killed in Louisiana. In 1984, their Surgeon General reported that smokers can inflict lung damage on non-smokers who inhale secondhand smoke. In 1995, thieves in Kenilworth, England broke into a discount store and made off with 60 tubes of toothpaste. What the fuck? In 2006, then-Senator Hillary Rodham Clinton got her first iPod. She called her taste in music a total smorgasbord with about 1,000 songs on her device, including Motown tunes, classical music, and the Rolling Stones. In 2016, a study said Lego products were becoming increasingly violent. New Zealand researchers said bricks with weapons had steadily become more commonplace and were now included in 30% of Lego kits. In 2019, the last slave ship to smuggle slaves to America from Africa, the Clotilda, which was sunk in 1860, was found in Alabama. In 2021, on this day, at the PGA Championship, Phil Mickelson became the oldest major winner in history at the age of 50. It was his 6th major win. And in 2023, the video game Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom was released to the public by Nintendo. Special events for this day: it is Lucky Penny Day. Just don't get hit by a car while bending over to pick one, okay? It's Cooler Day. Carb Day is observed on the last Friday before the Indianapolis 500, and this year it will be today. Its name comes from the word carburation. It's Death Busters Day. It's Don't Friday. That's from the National Council on Skincare Prevention. It's Road Trip Day. It's Taffy Day. Title Track Day. Wig Out Day. World Crohn's and Colitis Day. And it is World Turtle Day.
We gotta wrap this program to bring you something really, really, really stupid.
A family in Glasgow experienced unexpected chaos when a magpie flew into their home during a grocery delivery. The bird's surprise entrance caused panic, with children screaming and the delivery driver attempting to calm the situation. The incident was captured on a Ring doorbell camera and quickly went viral on TikTok, amassing over 2.2 million views. Social media users compared the event to the infamous Ketchum Dairy bat video from 2017.
What you think you're doing, you stupid idiot?
In Delaware, more than 12,000 chicks were found abandoned in a USPS truck for over 3 days. The discovery overwhelmed a local animal shelter, which is now seeking assistance to care for the birds. A rare New Zealand snail was filmed for the first time laying an egg from its neck. The unique footage has intrigued scientists and added to the list of animal kingdom's peculiar behaviors.
Don't be ridiculous.
A bear was spotted in a Connecticut family's backyard enjoying a play session on a children's slide. The playful moment was captured on video and shared widely, bringing smiles to viewers. In a startling display of interspecies interaction, capuchin monkeys were observed kidnapping howler monkey babies. The behavior caught on camera has left researchers puzzled and concerned about the implications for primate social dynamics. In Beijing, over 20 humanoid robots participated in a half-marathon alongside 12,000 human runners. Despite challenges like overheating and falls, the event showcased the advancements and quirks of robotic technology. Today's number for the day is 12. That's the pounds of cereal the average person will consume this year. Let's take a look at some news. The average person is willing to drive 36 miles out of the way just to get some food. It's like we're all in a really slow and boring version of The Amazing Race. Over half of U.S. companies recently surveyed say they will have to raise prices to accommodate the cost of tariffs. Shoppers prepare for the exciting new game show, The Price is Higher. A study reconfirms that airplanes are full of germs. Yes, I'll have a vodka and tonic for my mouth and a vodka to clean my armrests. A Chinese newspaper estimated that 95% of convicted corrupt officials in China had mistresses. Wow, government money going to mistresses. Sounds like communism is becoming more like democracy every day. 2 muggers in Hong Kong got away after the toy gun they were using to pistol whip their victims broke and the spring popped out. The cops are asking local residents to be on the lookout for anyone with an empty plastic holster wearing a tin sheriff's badge and an ammo belt loaded with rubber darts. 2 Glendale, Arizona mothers are facing charges of child abuse after allegedly leaving their 4 children unattended in a car for over 45 minutes while they went drinking in a nearby bar. Police responded to a call reporting a small child wandering alone in the parking lot. Concerned witnesses had gathered around the children when officers arrived. The mothers were located, and it was revealed that they had been away for longer than they initially claimed. Authorities found all 4 children in the vehicle, including a baby who was crying. NFL players will have the opportunity to showcase their skills in flag football at the 2028 Summer Olympics. The decision was made by the NFL owners at a recent meeting, allowing players under contract to join tryouts for flag football teams. Each country's Olympic committee will select the final rosters, with 1 player from each NFL team eligible to participate. The league has also arranged insurance coverage for players in case of injuries during Olympic activities. Games will consist of 6 men's and 6 women's teams with 10-player rosters playing in 5-on-5 formats. Top NFL stars like Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and Jalen Hurts have already expressed interest in competing. The 2028 Summer Olympics will take place July 14th to 30th in Los Angeles, and various events also scheduled to be held in other cities spread across the greater Los Angeles area, plus 2 sub-sites in Oklahoma City. Well, are you having trouble deciding whether or not to move? Is it time to quit your job, but you just can't go through with it? A study found a simple coin flip not only helps people make big choices, but they're happier when the coin tells them to make such a huge life change. A study found that participants who go through with their coin flip choices were living happier lives 6 months later. The study presented subjects with a number of questions such as should I quit my job and should I propose? The yes or no choices were then assigned to each side of the coin. With a third party watching the results, participants were surveyed 2 months and 6 months after their consequential coin flip. Although people tended to favor sticking with the status quo after 2 months, their attitudes changed by the 6-month mark. Participants and the third parties observing them found that coin flips telling subjects to make a major life change ended up making them much happier half a year later. While men still dominate backyard cooking, 30% of grilling duties are shared by both husbands and wives. It's kind of like 80-20 at my house.
Don't forget Memorial Day.
Memorial Day was born out of the horror of the Civil War when more than 600,000 soldiers, Union and Confederate, fell in battle. Over the years, it's become a day to honor all the men and women who have given their lives in the cause of freedom.
Memorial Day weekend, here we come.
Well, when the alarm goes off in the morning, hitting the snooze button might feel like a tempting solution. However, research from Brigham Young University and Women's Hospital, Massachusetts, indicates that reaching for the snooze button might not be beneficial for achieving the restorative sleep your body needs. The study reveals that snooze alarms can disrupt essential sleep stages, particularly REM sleep, which is crucial for memory consolidation, cognitive functioning, and emotional processing. Hitting the snooze can break up sleep stages and might result in feeling less refreshed during the day. The study suggests that rather than using the snooze alarm, it might be better to adjust the alarm to get more REM sleep. A statue of Melania Trump in her hometown of Sevnica, Slovenia, was recently stolen.
What?
The bronze statue was sawed off at the ankles, leaving only the feet attached to the pedestal.
Wow!
The statue was a replacement for a wooden version that was set on fire in 2020, styled to resemble Melania in the outfit she wore for the first inauguration.
That's crazy.
The California Parole Board has postponed the highly anticipated hearing of Eric and Lyle Menendez, delaying their potential release from prison. The brothers, convicted of murdering their parents in 1989, must now wait a little longer to learn their fate. Earlier this month, Judge Michael Jessic resentenced the Menendez brothers to 50 years to life, modifying their original 1996 sentence of life without the possibility of parole. During the resentencing hearing in Los Angeles County Superior Court, Judge Jessic stated that the brothers would not pose an unreasonable risk if released. In February, California Governor Gavin Newsom requested a clemency evaluation for the brothers, partly to help inform the judge of the resentencing. Following Judge Jessic's ruling, Newsom canceled the clemency board hearing that had been rescheduled for June 13th. If the parole board eventually recommends release for Eric and Lyle Menendez, the decision will require Governor Newsom's approval to grant them freedom. The timeline for this process remains uncertain. A filmmaker has created a captivating video titled 50 Turning 60, where he reunites with individuals he filmed a decade ago at age 50. Known for his unique 0 to 100 Years series, which featured people from 1 to 100 sharing their ages, Jerron Wolf's latest project delves deeper into the passage of time by revisiting friends and acquaintances from his school days. Last Tuesday, Time revealed its inaugural Time 100 philanthropy list, recognizing people who are shaping the future of giving. The Time 100 philanthropy issue features a worldwide cover highlighting former professional soccer player, entrepreneur, and philanthropist David Beckham, accompanied by an in-depth interview. Artists, entertainers, storytellers, and advocates featured on this list include Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, Oprah Winfrey, Dolly Parton, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Chef Jose Andre, country singer Eric Church, Mariska Hargitay, and more. Athletes on this list include former professional footballer, entrepreneur, and philanthropist David Beckham, former tennis player Billie Jean King, NBA player Steph Curry, and professional skateboarder and entrepreneur Tony Hawk. All right, it's time for stupid news.
God, here we go again.
A cat was intercepted while attempting to smuggle drugs into a prison in Costa Rica. Authorities reported that officers discovered the feline with a package of narcotics taped to its body. An officer stationed at one of the prison's watch points noticed the cat and promptly raised the alarm. After capturing the animal, authorities removed the packages it was carrying. Upon inspection, one package contained approximately 235 grams of marijuana, while another held 68 grams of cat cocaine paste, along with 2 sheets intended for making individual drug wraps. A judge in Tasmania, Australia, is set to determine whether a supermarket violated discrimination laws by denying entry to an alpaca named Violet.
Ugh, something smells rotten in here, or dead under the house.
The alpaca's owners filed a complaint with their state's anti-discrimination commissioner after they were asked to leave the supermarket in December of 23. The supermarket deemed Violet to be livestock, which is not permitted inside.
Yeah,
Violet has garnered a following online, frequently spotted at various public venues across Tasmania, including the airport, supermarkets, veterans clubs, and even on boat cruises.
We don't do that here.
Doctors in China saved the life of a man who swallowed a 3-inch knife to avoid charges of possessing a weapon. The man swallowed the knife 8 months before and thought it had dissolved in his stomach, but doctors found it stuck in his trachea when he came in with a sore throat. I highly doubt that. That one could probably go in the fake news pile.
You are fake news.
A security guard in China was spotted by police smuggling 2 suitcases of stolen eggs out of a factory where he worked. When they investigated the man, police found more than 1,000 eggs in his fridge, as well as soap, meat, boxes of tissues, and bottles of detergent. The egg frantic had scribbled dates on them in pen to remind him when to eat his next egg-heavy meal. And that is stupid news.
Thank God it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Oh, work sucks.
All right, here's some audio of a man willing to shave his wife's back. What?
Just when you thought every man in America was trash, my husband restores faith in humanity. Because last night I started the shower. It was very late. He said, "Why are you starting the shower?" I said, "I have to shave my legs so that I can put on sunless tanner because I'm going to an event tonight." And I said, "I might need to have you help me with my back." And he just stood there, politely waiting while I was in the shower. And I said, "Can I help you?" And he said, "Oh, I thought you said you needed me to shave your back." Sir? No. I needed to help with the sunless tanner on my back. But he was so willing.
Here's audio about a college kid pranking his parents with his summer job.
Have you heard of ExxonMobil?
Yeah, I mean, Exxon stations are everywhere, Chloe.
This summer, I guess they're needing, people, really bad. And so they have this thing where if you come in during the summer in June and July, they're paying, $185K. So I just, applied just because I was like, oh, why not? And they invited me to come for the summer.
$185,000 to do what?
It's an offshore thing. You go offshore and you help the welders.
I'm telling you, you're doing hard labor.
You don't think I can do hard work?
That is not for you, baby. No, ma'am. That is 150%. No, it is not for you.
Oh my God. And now it's time for the world famous Dweck in the Morning, the official horrible scopes for Friday, May 23rd.
Here's your highly scientific and completely infallible and often inscrutable and guaranteed horoscope for today.
Today is Feral Friday. If today is your birthday, you are a Gemini. You text 5 people, "We need to talk," and then put your phone on airplane mode.
Now turn your head and cough, Doc.
Cancer Moonchild, you cry at a squirrel because he looked lonely.
They're great!
Leo, you declare it's Leo season. You're 3 months early. No one dares correct you.
Stop dumping on me, Dad!
Virgo, you spend your Friday night cleaning grout. For fun.
Your hands on your head, slowly.
Libra, you spend more time choosing a party outfit than actually partying.
Totally stoked.
Scorpio, you throw shade so efficiently plants grow under you.
I want my mommy.
Sagittarius, you start a flash mob alone, and then you're escorted out of Taco Bell.
I know why.
Capricorn, you stay late at work and accidentally become management.
How the hell did you get the zipper all
all the way to the top.
Aquarius, you try to invent a drink called emotional boba. It's just tears and chewy anxiety.
I don't want to talk about it.
Pisces, you dream about quitting your job to become a psychic snail.
Great Scott!
Aries, you sprint through the day like someone double espressoed your soul.
Don't bother phoning, we're sorry already.
And finally, Taurus, you nap so hard you travel through time. And those are your official DeWag in the Morning horrible scopes. And remember,
Don't leave home without them.
you've been listening to the Always First, Never Last podcast with me, your doomsday host, the incredible edible, Mr. Zach Wagalina.
That's a big pickle.
You can connect with me at ZachTheWag.com. That's ZACKDAWACK.com. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram, MySpace, The Comic Strip, The Yellow Pages, Telepathy, Western Union, or call or text 984-DeWag1. That's 984-329-2251. Would love to hear from you. Like it, follow us, or subscribe, whatever your app allows, and please share this show with your friends.
This cat is nuts.
Available to hear on my host, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, and all other podcasting apps, or at ZachTheWack.com, if that's easier for you.
It is 100% contagious.
Thank you to all the awesome wackos, weirdos, reverts, preverts, stingbats, and jelloheads anonymous. For any and all listens you can give, thank you so much.
Your brilliant conversations, man. A trifle limited, but brilliant.
I'm out of here like Vladimir until next time. And there will be a next time. Don't forget me. I won't forget you. I am Zach the Wax saying, if I'm lying, I'm dying. Grits ain't groceries, eggs ain't poultry, and Mona Lisa was a man.
This concludes our broadcast day. Click.
I'll be back Monday for another Monday edition of the DeWack in the Morning Show. We'll talk to you then. Same wag time, same wag channel.
Jesus, this is shit. Let's finish this motherfucker.
Whack out.
Bye, buckaroos.
The whole thing is icky to me.